Ishnu Allah. Consider it done.
The great elder branch rests. The growing darkness in Silvermoon has enraged many wisps. They will be willing to aid us in awakening this ancient. Take this banner and rally the wisps of the lowlands to war. Gather and bring them here, and they shall waken the ancient as they did in wars long past. Simply get near any of the angry wisps of the region and they shall follow you. They should even keep up with your mount.
Mead Shadow Song says, once again, the sun will invite corruption and calamity. How many times must its mere existence imperil our world?
How many times must its mere existence imperil our world?
Sugaki says, this is dumb, they should have given theses at Atart, not 3 weeks later. Waste of beer. Skeptical smiley.
Big Baobab has fought in many wars on behalf of the Kaldore. After the last battle, he put down roots. Again. Every single time. Can you sever the roots? He will only respect one who has known war to wake him. Debuff days.
Aggro. Aggro.
Debuff days.
Mead Shadow Song says, each time the Sunwell comes under attack, the Blood Elves suffer in the aftermath. And yet they cling to it.
And yet they cling to it.
Mead Shadow Song says, the Sindoria continue the ancient elven tradition of not learning from their disastrous mistakes.
Of not learning from their disastrous mistakes.
Mead Shadow Song says, it was the incessant need for a fount of power that destroyed our civilization and brought our home to ruin.
Destroyed our civilization and brought our home to ruin.
Lord Martheron says, the Caldea forces make this fight possible, but we will need more allies to be assured of victory. Lord
conflict
Martheron
between
says,
the Blood
the
Elves
conflict
and the
between the
High
Blood
Elves
Elves and the High Elves of the Silver Covenant is still fresh. I foresee problems on both sides.
Lorthamar, I've attached no conditions to my aid.
Chandris Feathermoon says,
corrupted
Lorthamar,
Sunwell
I've attached
is
no
an
conditions to my aid.
existential threat
A corrupted
that
Sunwell
cannot
is
be
an existential
ignored.
threat that cannot be ignored.
Both our peoples have moved
Lorthamar
beyond
Theron
the
says,
conflicts
both
of the
our
past.
peoples have moved
A
beyond the
hopeful
conflicts
sign
of the
for
past.
future.
A hopeful sign for the future. Arata says,
Just a bunch of
stubborn old elves. Vrieza
Fret
Windrunner
not.
says, fret not.
You did well to
You did well to bring them together. Arata says, do you think returning Anasterian's relics will convince those like Ethers to allow you to return? Vrieza Windrunner says, I don't intend it as a bribe.
But if
relics of the last king must return home, then perhaps the Kildorya deserve the same.
The Quel'Dorei deserve the same.
Sugaki says, this is so stupid. 3 weeks later and offering adventurer creats and gear //.
I am listening. Farewell. Hello.
Vrieza Windrunner says, High King Anasterian's Book of Law. He applied its dictates equally to all his subjects.
Equally to all his subjects.
Vrieza Windrunner says, passed down from Anasterian's great-grandfather, this crown adorned the brow of every Kildorya king.
The brow of every Quel'Dorei king.
Arata says, I hope that these relics of Anasterian are enough to remind Silvermoon that we are still one people.
Debuff days.
Purged of Dalaran says, we will never forget the Silver Covenant.
Debuff days.
Target casting burden of guilt. Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt. Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt. Aggro. Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt. Target casting burden of guilt. Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt. Aggro. Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt. Aggro. Target casting burden of guilt. Aggro. Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt. Purged of Dalaran says, now it is you who will be purged. Target casting burden of guilt. Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt.
Debuff days.
Purged of Dalaran says, bear the unending weight of guilt. Sugaki says, I'm not enjoying doing these quests now. Breezer Windrunner says, the Silver Covenant returns to Silver Moon, one last time. Arata says, Champion, if you would meet us at the gates it would be a powerful symbol.
Powerful symbol.
Breezer Windrunner says, Ethers, I am not here to fight you. We are here to defend the city of our birth from the void.
The city of our birth from the void.
The Sun Reavers will defend what remains.
I have lost enough of my own kin at the hands of the Silver Covenant. It was war, they tell me. Both sides took losses, they say. My Sun Reavers never purged anyone from Dalaran. One Windrunner met her justice for purging a city. The other faces me today.
Archmagethus Sunreaver says, the artifacts of Anasterian. We thought these lost, taken by the Light King. Breezer Windrunner says, I wish to return them to their home, our home.
Our home.
Archmagethus Sunreaver says, you cannot buy absolution, Breezer.
What you
did was unforgivable.
Was unforgivable.
Breezer Windrunner says, I am not here seeking forgiveness. Silver Moon is under attack. I intend to defend it. Arata says, High King Anasterian's death heralded an age of mistrust and anger. This is what the void feeds upon. Arata says, was Anasterian's sacrifice in vain? Did he die so that his people would turn on each other rather than unite to defend their home? Archmagethus Sunreaver says, the Silver Covenant drew a line in the sand, and then soaked it in blood.
We are here to prevent
Breezer
more
Windrunner says,
blood
we are
from
here to
spilling.
prevent more blood from spilling.
In spite of all that has happened between us.
Can you deny that is what Anasterian would have wanted?
Anasterian would have wanted?
Archmagethus Sunreaver says, no. I cannot.
This is
far from over, Windrunner, but for the sake of our High King, you may enter Silver Moon. Arata says, thank you, Ethers. Lord Martheron says, Breezer Windrunner.
I had not
believed you would ever return to this city, but I welcome your help.
I welcome your help.
My bow is at the ready.
Arata says, that's everyone except for the Shaldoya. Any word, First Arcanist.
the Shuldori. Champion, your timing is fortuitous. I sent the call for the armies of Suramar to muster, but they have not arrived yet. My Saint Chal should have alerted me if anything went wrong, but I have heard nothing. I plan to go to Suramar to investigate what is amiss. Would you join me? I may have need of your skills.
We have found our place in this world.
You feel quite lucky. Sugar Ki says, might as well use an alt.
Arita says, the Nightborn have yet to answer the missive. Could it have been lost in transit?
That should not be possible.
First Arcanist Philosopher says, that should not be possible. I sent it magically to Ulan, my seneschal in charge during my absence. Something may be amiss in Suramar. First
Seneschal
Arcanist Thalyssra
Ullin,
says,
where
Seneschal
is
Ullin,
the
where is the army?
Where are
Where
our
are our
constructs? Why
are you ignoring my
orders?
Seneschal Ullin
whatever has
says,
been
perhaps
draining our
whatever has been
mana
draining our
claimed the
mana claims the messages you sent us.
I will
I will investigate at once,
First
First Arcanist. First
No,
Arcanist
Ullin.
Thalyssra says,
We
no,
will
Ullin.
investigate this mystery.
We will investigate this
while you
mystery while you gather our troops. First Arcanist Thalyssra says, this military construct has been drained of mana.
This was
no mere error. First Arcanist Thalyssra says, the ley line no longer channels mana. The magic has been devoured. First Arcanist Thalyssra says,
Who were we
Ullin.
talking to before?
Who were we talking to before? We must
them.
confront them. Aggro.
Target casting Shadow Bolt. Target casting Shadow Bolt. Target casting Shadow Bolt.
Aggro. Chief Telemancer O'Killed says, there is an exposed ley line in Asia Gale Bay causing all kinds of interference on the network. Set up some surveying equipment so I can monitor its chaotic energies and work around them. Aggro. Harkes the Insatiable says, fresh. Meat. Harkes the Insatiable says, still, hungry. First Arcanist Felisra says, Imposter, hold.
Tenubala.
Seneschal
We
Urim
have
says,
your
we have your
mana.
mana.
The Nightborn,
The Nightborn shall fall to the devouring host.
host.
First Arcanist Felisra says, the Twilight's blade must be altering ley lines in the archway.
Go and
Go and
undo
undo
their
their sabotage.
sabotage.
May I help you?
First Arcanist Felisra says, these halls are crawling with cultists.
See if you can find
what they've done to the flow of mana. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll staunch the bleeding.
Strength from this.
Valeria Sanguinar says, take strength
Your
from this.
pain, my pleasure.
Valeria Sanguinar
Target
says,
casting
I'll
energy
save
drain.
this strike.
Target
Magic
casting
missile.
energy drain.
Pesky
Valeria
Target
magic.
casting
Sanguinar
overwhelm.
says, TSK.
Gather
Pesky
your
magic.
thoughts.
Valeria Sanguinar
Shadows
says,
protect
gather
you.
yourself. Valeria Sanguinar says, shadows
Target
protect
casting
you.
arcane bolt.
Valeria Sanguinar says, your pain, my pleasure.
Debuff overflowing void sphere. Debuff overwhelm.
Target casting mana discharge.
Valeria
Target
Sanguinar
casting arcane
says,
bolt.
be bolder.
Target casting arcane bolt. Target casting arcane bolt.
Valeria Sanguinar says, won't see me coming. Aggro. Aggro. Technician Maya Ale says, it is just as I suspected. Overlock and the
wait.
Twilight's blade are behind this. Valeria Sanguinar says, don't waste this.
Debuff overflowing void sphere.
Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar
Darkness
says,
shields you.
darkness shield you.
My eyes on you.
Valeria Sanguinar says, my eyes on you. First
There,
Arcanist
at the top
Felisra
of the
says,
stairs.
there, at the top of the
That must be
stairs.
the one who is
That must be the one who is disrupting the Archway's conduits.
Farewell.
Valeria
take
Sanguinar
that.
says, I'll take that. Valeria
Gather
Sanguinar
yourself.
says, gather yourself. Aggro.
I'll take that.
Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll take that.
Target casting mana discharge.
Valeria
It's your
Sanguinar
target
says,
casting
I'll
arcane
staunch
bolt.
the bleeding.
Pleasure.
Debuff overflowing void sphere.
Valeria Sanguinar
Target
says,
casting arcane
take
bolt.
strength from this. Valeria Sanguinar says, your pain, my pleasure.
Target casting
Aggro.
arcane bolt. Target casting arcane bolt.
Valeria
One
Sanguinar
moment.
says, one moment.
Stay here and recover.
Valeria Sanguinar says, stay here and recover. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll savor this strike. Valeria
Target
Sanguinar
casting Shadow
says,
Bolt.
my eyes on you. Valeria
Your
Sanguinar
life is
says,
mine.
your life is mine.
Target casting shadow bolt.
Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, gather yourself. Aggro.
This beast has value after all.
Aggro. Valeria
staunch the
Sanguinar
bleeding.
says, I'll staunch the bleeding.
Your pain, my pleasure.
Valeria Sanguinar says, your pain, my pleasure.
Target casting Twilight Crash.
Valeria
Stay
Sanguinar
here.
says,
Casting Shadow
stay
Bolt.
here and recover.
My-
Valeria
Don't waste
Sanguinar
this.
says, my eyes on you.
Target
Valeria
casting Overhead
Sanguinar says,
Slash.
don't waste this.
Debuff overflowing void sphere.
Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, won't
I'll
see me
take
coming.
that.
Target
Valeria
casting Overhead
Sanguinar says,
Slash.
I'll take that. Aggro. Aggro. Aggro.
Target casting Overhead Slash.
Aggro.
Target casting Twilight Crash.
Valeria
Your
Sanguinar
life is
says,
mine.
your life is mine.
Target casting Overhead Slash. Target casting Overhead Slash.
First
Seems
Arcanist
that the
Felicity
crystals
says,
that keep
it
the
seems
ley
that the
lines
crystals that
aligned
keep
have
the ley
been
lines aligned have been
You
displaced.
need to find
You need
and
to find and retrieve them. Aggro. Aggro.
Target casting Energy Drain. Target
Magic
casting
Ball.
Energy Drain.
Valeria Sanguinar says, let me get rid of that.
Debuff overflowing void sphere.
Valeria
Target
Sanguinar
casting
says,
Arcane Bolt.
let me get rid of that. Aggro.
Magic debuff.
Target casting Arcane
Naleus
Bolt.
says, I am the herald, and you are the feast. Valeria Sanguinar says, stay here and recover. Valeria Sanguinar says, my eyes on you. Naleus says, come and be
Target casting Dread
consumed.
Portal. Target
Valeria
casting Dread
Sanguinar
Portal.
says, behold her. Valeria Sanguinar
casting
says,
Umbral Shell.
I'll savor this
I'll
strike. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll staunch the bleeding. Naleus says, my pets are playful today.
Target casting Jagged
Aggro.
Rib.
Aggro. Valeria
Veil
Sanguinar
ward.
says, don't waste this. Valeria Sanguinar says,
I'll
Veil
take
ward you. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll take that. Aggro.
Target casting Jagged Rib.
Debuff overflowing void sphere.
Aggro. Valeria
strength
Sanguinar
from
says,
this.
take strength from this.
Gather yourself.
Valeria Sanguinar says, gather yourself.
Target casting Jagged Rib. Target casting Jagged Rib.
Valeria
quick
Sanguinar
enough.
says, not quick enough. Valeria
Your
Sanguinar
pain,
says,
my
your pain,
pleasure.
my pleasure. Aggro.
Target casting Jagged Rib.
Valeria
My
Sanguinar says, my eyes on you.
Debuff overflowing void sphere.
Valeria
I'll
Sanguinar
staunch
says,
the bleeding.
I'll take that. Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
I'll
casting
staunch the
Rupturing
bleeding.
Bite.
Valeria Sanguinar says, won't see me coming.
Target casting Blood Frenzy.
Debuff rupturing bite.
Target casting Rupturing Bite.
The pleasure is mine.
Valeria Sanguinar says, gather yourself.
Target casting Rupturing Bite. Target casting Rupturing Bite.
Debuff Rupturing Bite.
Valeria
Don't
Sanguinar
waste
says, don't waste this.
Shadows protect
Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
shadows
casting Blood
protect you.
Frenzy.
Valeria Sanguinar points at you.
Debuff Overflowing
Target
Void
casting
Sphere.
Rupturing Bite.
Aggro.
Debuff Rupturing Bite.
Aggro. Valeria
Target
Sanguinar
Blood
says,
Frenzy.
my eyes on you.
Be bolder.
Valeria Sanguinar says, be bolder. Valeria
Your life
Sanguinar
is
says,
mine.
your life is mine. Aggro. Valeria
I'll
Sanguinar
start the
says,
bleeding.
your pain, my pleasure. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll staunch the bleeding. Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll savor this strike. Valeria Sanguinar says, take strength from this. Valeria
My eyes
Sanguinar
on
says,
you.
my eyes on you.
Debuff Overflowing Void Sphere.
Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, stay here and recover.
Target
Aggro.
casting Energy Drain.
Aggro. Aggro.
Let me get rid of
Magic
that.
debuff. Magic debuff.
Valeria Sanguinar says, let me get rid of that. Aggro. Aggro. Valeria
Gather
Sanguinar says, gather yourself. Aggro.
Target casting Shadow Bolt.
Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll take that.
Target casting Shadow Bolt.
Aggro. Valeria
Stop
Sanguinar
your
says,
pain,
I'll staunch the
my
bleeding.
pleasure.
Valeria Sanguinar says, your pain, my pleasure. Aggro. Aggro.
Target casting Arcane Slicer.
Debuff Arcane Slicer.
Aggro.
Debuff Overflowing Void Sphere.
Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, won't see me coming.
Target casting Arcane Slicer.
Debuff Arcane Slicer.
My
Valeria
eyes on
Sanguinar
you.
says, my eyes on you.
Target casting Mana Discharge.
Valeria
Be bolder.
Sanguinar says, be bolder. Valeria
Gather
Sanguinar says, gather yourself. Valeria
Your
Sanguinar
life is
says,
mine.
your life is mine.
Target casting Arcane Bolt. Target casting Arcane Bolt.
Strike.
Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, now strike. Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar
Stay
says,
here and
I'll take
recover.
that. Aggro.
Target casting Rupturing
Aggro.
Bite.
Valeria Sanguinar says, stay here and recover.
Debuff Rupturing Bite.
Aggro.
Don't waste
Target
Okay.
casting Rupturing Bite.
Valeria Sanguinar says, don't
Shadows
waste this.
protect you.
Valeria Sanguinar says, shadows protect you.
Debuff Rupturing Bite.
Valeria Sanguinar says, no.
Target casting rupturing bite.
Aggro.
Target casting rupturing bite.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
Valeria
Your life
Sanguinar
is
says,
mine.
your life is mine. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll staunch the bleeding.
Target casting blood frenzy.
Aggro.
My loyalties are my own. Let's talk. I wouldn't cross me if I were you. The pleasure is mine.
Valeria
take
Sanguinar
that.
says, I'll take that.
Gather yourself.
Debuff rupturing bite.
Valeria Sanguinar
Don't
says,
waste
gather
this.
yourself. Valeria Sanguinar says, don't waste this. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll savor this strike. Aggro.
Debuff rupturing bite.
Target
Valeria
casting rupturing
Sanguinar
bite.
says, shadows protect you. Aggro.
Target casting rupturing bite. Target casting rupturing bite.
Valeria
Your
Sanguinar
pain,
says,
my
your pain,
pleasure.
my pleasure.
I wouldn't cross me if I were you. Do you prefer your entrails cut julienne or brunoise?
Valeria Sanguinar says, gather
Your
yourself.
life is mine.
Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
your life
casting
is
shadow
mine.
bolt.
Aggro.
Target casting shadow bolt. Target casting shadow bolt.
Valeria
staunch my
Sanguinar says,
eyes on
I'll
you.
staunch the bleeding. Valeria Sanguinar says, my eyes on you. Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, won't see me coming.
Target casting shadow bolt.
Pesky magic.
Valeria Sanguinar says, your pain,
Don't
my
waste
pleasure.
this.
Debuff overwhelm.
Target casting shadow bolt.
Aggro. Valeria Sanguinar says, TSK TSK.
Target
Pesky
casting
magic.
shadow bolt.
Valeria Sanguinar says, don't waste this. Valeria
Darkness,
target
Sanguinar
casting
says,
energy drain.
darkness shield you.
Debuff overwhelm. Debuff overflowing void
I'll
sphere.
be your death.
Aggro.
Target casting shadow bolt.
You seriously do not
Target
want to
casting shadow
cross
bolt.
me.
Target casting shadow bolt.
Valeria
My eyes
Sanguinar
on
says, my eyes on you. Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll take that. Aggro. Aggro. First
Good.
Arcanist
Those
Thelisra
are
says,
all the
"Good,
crystals.
those are all of the
Return
crystals.
to the main chamber
Return to the main chamber and place them on their pedestals." Valeria Sanguinar says, "Your pain, my pleasure." Valeria Sanguinar says, "I'll savor this strike."
Now
Valeria
strike.
Sanguinar says, "Gather yourself." Valeria Sanguinar says, "Now strike."
Precious gifts from the earth. Bounty from nature. Useful.
First
Well
Arcanist
done.
Thelisra says,
The
"Well done."
Twilight's blade
The Twilight's blade will not best the Shaldoria this day. Now to bring Ulin's killer to justice.
Ulin's killer to justice.
Ashtoros Danil.
Aggro.
Target casting
Valeria
Twilight Seekers.
Sanguinar says, "Gather yourself."
Oh,
Valeria Sanguinar says, "I'll take that."
Target casting Abyssal Burst.
Aggro.
Target casting Illusory Deceit.
Valeria Sanguinar says, "Won't see me coming."
Target
Valeria
casting
Sanguinar
Twilight
says,
Seekers.
"Stay here and recover."
I'll
Magic
take
buff.
that.
Valeria Sanguinar
Target casting
says,
Abyssal
"I'll
Burst.
take that."
Buff overflowing point there.
Aggro.
Target casting Illusory Deceit.
Valeria
Target
Sanguinar
casting
says,
Twilight
"I'll
Seekers.
staunch the bleeding."
Magic debuff.
Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
"I'll
casting
take
Abyssal
that."
Burst.
Aggro.
Target casting Illusory Deceit.
Valeria
Your
Sanguinar
pain,
says,
my
"Your pain,
pleasure."
my pleasure."
Target casting Twilight Seekers.
Magic debuff.
Let me get rid of that.
Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
"Let
casting
me
Abyssal
get rid of
Burst.
that."
Target casting Illusory Deceit.
Be quicker next time.
Target casting Twilight Seekers.
Let me get rid of that.
Magic debuff.
Target casting Abyssal
Valeria
Burst.
Sanguinar says, "Let me get rid of that." Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
"Be quick
casting
next
Illusory
time."
Deceit.
Aggro.
Target casting Twilight Seekers.
Magic debuff.
Valeria
pesky
Sanguinar
magic.
says,
Target casting Abyssal Burst.
"TSK. Pesky magic."
Target casting Illusory Deceit.
Aggro.
Target
Buff
casting
overflowing
Twilight
voice mirror.
Seekers.
Magic debuff.
Valeria
pesky
Sanguinar
magic.
says,
Target casting Abyssal Burst.
"TSK. Pesky magic." Valeria Sanguinar
Target
says,
casting
"I'll
Illusory
take that."
Deceit.
Aggro.
Target casting Twilight Seekers.
Magic debuff.
Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
"Let
casting
me get
Abyssal
rid of
Burst.
that." Valeria Sanguinar says, "Gather yourself." Aggro.
Target casting Illusory Deceit.
Valeria Sanguinar says, "Not quick enough."
Target casting Twilight Seekers.
Magic debuff.
I'll staunch the bleeding.
Valeria Sanguinar says,
Target
"Let
casting
me get
Abyssal
rid of
Burst.
that." Valeria Sanguinar says, "I'll staunch the bleeding."
Target casting Illusory Deceit. Target casting Twilight Seekers.
Debuff overflowing void spirit.
Your luck.
Magic
Take
buff.
that.
Valeria Sanguinar
Target casting
says,
illusory
I'll take
deceit.
that. Valeria Sanguinar says, your life is mine.
Target casting Abyssal Burst.
Valeria Sanguinar says, I'll savor this strike.
Target casting Twilight Seekers.
Valeria
Stay here
Sanguinar
and
says,
recover.
stay here and recover.
Target casting Illusory Deceit.
Valeria Sanguinar says, now strike.
Zalatath and her minions.
First
The
Arcanist
Nightborn
Thalyssra
are
says,
no
let this be a
strangers
lesson to
fighting
Zalatath and
for
her
our
minions.
people
The
and
Nightborn
our
are no
world.
strangers to fighting for our people and our world.
With the flow of mana restored.
First Arcanist
our
Thalyssra says,
forces
with the
can
flow
now
of mana restored,
mobilize
our
and
forces can now
teleport to
mobilize and
Silvermoon.
teleport to Silvermoon.
Let us
Let us rendezvous there,
champion.
Sugarkey. First Arcanist Thalyssra says, it is time for the Nightborn to honor the debt we owe to cure Thalas.
To quell the loss. What news? Our future shines bright.
First Arcanist Thalyssra says, I believe all of our preparations are complete. Report back to Northima and bear witness to the army you have assembled.
To the army you have assembled.
The beauty of Eversong endures. What I do with the
Northima Huron says,
Shaldori,
with the Shaldori, we have gathered together more elves in one place than we have seen in ages. Chandris Feathermoon says, let us hope it will be enough.
It will have to be. We are fighting for the
Arata says,
safety of our
it will have to be. We are fighting for the safety of our world. Sugarkey says, well, that was annoying for a campaign quest chain had to be done, but really they should have done this in the first week. Sugarkey says, I think I am gonna log off, till this wears off. I am not happy at all about this annoying.